What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, CenterStrain01. Going to give you guys a quick update on what is going on, at least for the next couple of weeks. First of all, hey, hopefully everyone out there is having a great week, a great month. We are now in the month of September, so obviously the leaves are going to start to fall. You get the feeling of kind of Halloween coming along. So let me know what some of your guys' costumes are going to be this year for those of you going out to parties, or, you know, if you're a little bit younger, trick-or-treating, you know, all that kind of stuff. I remember what it's like to be a kid during this time, and it was so just amazing being a kid. I miss it so much. A lot of people say that they would never want to go back and be a kid. Well, I'm definitely not one of those. I loved the time that I got to spend just kind of living free and not worrying about being an adult. But times change, we grow up, and we have to learn to adapt and overcome to every situation that we're given. Given as that may, we are now officially, in about 1 month, going to be out of full-time military, going into part-time military. So it's a very big change. When you've spent the past September 5th, 2001 was my initial enlistment date, so I'm coming up on 15 years, and it's so hard to think about. 15 years ago, I was this, you know, I just turned 18 years old, September 5th, or I turned 18 July 17th, and 2001, and here I was, you know, 2 months later, you know, going to MEPS, you know, signing that dotted line saying, you know, I'm going to fight for my country and do something with my life. And it's so amazing to say 15 years later, and I'm so glad that I made the decision to do it. I love all the experiences that I've gotten to have with being full-time military for the past 15 years. And a lot of stuff you take for granted, you don't realize, you know, the healthcare, you know, it's not free. We obviously pay for it, but to know it's always there is always a blessing. That's the biggest thing that's going to come as it changed. But with change comes, you know, new adventures and new responsibilities. So this weekend I'm heading to the Atlanta area during Dragon Con. So I guess it's not really a good weekend to go up, but it's the only one that I have, guys. I have a month and I need to be out of here. So this is crunch time. This is getting so much done in a very, very short period of time. So I just want to let all of you know out there that I am apologizing up front. Because you might see a lack of videos on the channel, maybe not as much videos of, like, say, Deus Ex rolling out as fast as I would like them to be rolled out. Granted, for sure, I'm loving playing the game, and I wish I could play it more. But there's just so much going on right now, and I promised myself that I wouldn't overdo it, that, you know, I need to try, as hard as it may be, to focus on the important issue, and that is making sure that my family is taken care of, that the wife and the fur babies are going to be good during this transition of leaving here and, you know, moving to the Atlanta area. So lots going on. Again, I'm moving up to Atlanta. You're going to go look at a lot of houses here this week, and which is going to be pretty much from when you guys see this video tonight. I will be heading out to the Atlanta area, and of course my mom is going to go with us. So it's always one thing, it's always a kind of a family tradition for me. I'm a mama's boy, I can easily say that. I love my mom. She's so great, and she's always, every single time that I have moved, always been there to be with me, and, you know, because I only get to see my family maybe once or twice a year, and that just depends. You know, I mean, there's been years where I've only saw them once, and that's just kind of what you have to deal with when you're in the military and you live so far away, or you're stationed overseas or deployed. It can get very straining. See what I did there? On, you know, on family, and I'm someone who is very, very enriched with family love and family bonding. But of course, you know, I joined the military just to get out, to explore, to be a better person, to be, like, kind of always, you know, I always live by that Superman philosophy, to be the best that I can be, to help others, and to just, you know, try to live a good life. And like I said, I think I've made my mom proud, and that has always been, you know, my #1 goal for my life. So she's going to come with us, come with the wife and I, and Nintendo's going to join us as well, and we're going to be searching for a new home. You know, it's going to be different because we really have to manage the budget a lot differently than I've been managing it now. YouTube is great, but the Army has been something that has been such a hard foundation for me over the past 15 years, always knowing that paycheck was there, you know, every 2 weeks. You know, we get paid every 2 weeks in the military. So now that paycheck is going to be gone. And that is a significant amount of money. You know, I don't want to put a price on it, but that's a lot of money that's going to be gone every single month. So, you know, there's a lot of nervousness going into when you're switching over to full-time. You know, is this something I should do? Why am I doing it? You know, all those questions have came up. But I feel like I'm doing the right thing because I'm doing what I am passionate about. I'm still going to be in the military part-time, so I'll still be getting paid with the military, but it's only going to be on like a weekend, like here and there. You know, the National Guard is so different than the regular Army. The way that they run business, the way that you get paid, everything is so different. So it's going to, obviously, with every change comes a learning curve, and we're going to have to adapt and overcome, which we hopefully will be able to do. I'm going to continue playing music, which is, you know, something I love. I never want to go without playing music. And of course, in the Atlanta area, I'm going to be searching for rock bands and stuff like that, so I can actually get around and still play. Music is my passion. Drums is my passion. Singing, playing drums. I mean, I love it. It's what I love to do, and I don't want to give that completely up. You know, even though YouTube has become such a big part of my life, and you know, I don't want to give that up entirely. That's why I've decided to stay in the military and finish out. I'll probably be in the National Guard for the next 30-40 years. I think you can be in until you're like 60. So I'll keep doing that, keep playing every month, keep you know, traveling and doing all that kind of stuff, playing music, spreading the word. The language of the world is music, and I have lots more to teach everyone, you know, all over the world. So can't wait to continue doing that. But YouTube is on us full-time now. Very scary, but I'm very optimistic because I have a huge group of supporters and all of you, the community that we have, especially guys, if you're big on this channel and you check out the content every day, please come over and check out Discord. I can't tell you enough just how amazing, like, Discord's only been around for me, I think, over the past 2-3 months since we started it, and we've got like over 600, almost 700 or something like that followers already, and we're talking, you know, on a daily basis here, getting to know each other. I've got a section for Patreons, so for Patreon only a chat, so I can actually talk to these guys. There's just so much, you know, it's really cool. It's a chance for me. You know, people send me messages all the time. I mean, look at this. I get messages all the time just from random people that are fans that just are saying, I love your channel, I love what you do, and I get a chance to talk to them, and I just absolutely love that. So yeah, it's been really fun getting a chance to, you know, get to know a lot of people on this. So please come and check this out. The link is in the description. You can do it from your iPhone, you can do it from your Android device, you could do it from the computer. It's got an app on the computer as well as in the browser. So there's, like, you know, so many different methods for you to be able to get this. The link is in the description. Please check it out. I would love for you to join and talk with you guys more and more. As we are moving in to full times, a lot of things are going to change. You're going to start to see definitely more structure. You're going to see a schedule for live streaming. You're going to see just everything is going to look so much more neat and professional. I'm never going to consider this a business because this is something I love to do. It's fun. If I look at it as a business, then all I care about is money. All I think about is money. I don't want to do that. That's what businesses are there for profit. This is not a business to me. I know someone sent me a message saying that this I need to treat this like a business, and I refuse to do that because this is not a business to me. This is a chance to get to know people from all over the world and just to express my love of video games, no matter what. And that's what it is to me, and that's what it will continue to be for me. But it is very scary, obviously, because you never know what you're going to get paid on YouTube. It fluctuates so much. It's always based on ads, of course. You know, the ads that you see that pop up on videos, that is how I actually, you know, make whatever money it is that I make on YouTube. So some videos make higher than others, just based off of the fact that, you know, more people click or more people watch the video longer, or, you know, it's very, I don't fully understand how it all works, and I don't want to fully understand how it all works because I don't want to start doing that metagame of putting things out there that are specifically meant to increase the money that I make on YouTube. All the content that I want to be out there is content that I want to be fresh, unique, genuine, and just content. Always the first and foremost thing is making sure that you guys are happy and putting out content that you're going to continually want to come back and see more of. That has always been the goal of the channel and will always be. So I'm going to be doing a lot more live streaming every week on Twitch. Going to be just, you know, like I said, it's going to be ramping up. Things are going to be really serious, guys. You're going to see a lot more videos on the channel. You're going to see this kind of community. You're going to see this turn into a real nice community. It's going. I've got a lot of people that are in the background helping me to create this this community. You know, this is, I've always said, this is not my channel, this is our channel, and together we really can make this the best that it can be. But I need all of your inputs. No matter how small you might think you are, every single input matters, even if it's a horrible idea. The fact is, you're inputting, you're putting thoughts and ideas, and we can always take one thing from something and something from something else. There's always a way to work it, to spin it, to include it, to make it a part of the channel. And I want to make sure that all of you get a say in that, because, you know, I wouldn't be here, obviously, if it wasn't for all of you out there. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to do this. So fun, so exhilarating, but so nervous and nerve-wracking. So, because of that, you know, I'm also planning on probably getting some type of part-time job, just because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm an adult, you know, I know how the world works. YouTube is not always going to be there. I cannot fully say that I will be able to make a living off of YouTube. It's, you know, that's because of how fluctuating things are. You know, certain months are higher than others. Obviously, when it comes to like around September through December, those are like the highest months because that's when all the video games are coming out. Ad revenue is really big. The month of February and January is kind of okay. That is because Super Bowl and everyone is, you know, commercials, ads, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, but usually during the beginning of the year, all the way up until July, there's not really that many games that come out, right? So because of that, there's not really a lot of profit and, you know, kind of stuff like that. And obviously YouTube takes 45% of what I make. I mean, just off the top right there. So think about that. You know, whatever I make is actually 55%, if you want to look at it that way. 55% from everything else, from, you know, partnership and YouTube, that's all 55%. So I only make, you know, let's see, they do 45, they do 10, that's 55. I only make 45% of what I do on the channel. Now, if I could get that other 45, if I could get that other 55%, then I'd have no worries whatsoever. But obviously, you know, the world doesn't work that way, with changes on YouTube coming up now, with censoring, you know, ad placements and stuff like that, which is big in the news right now. There's just, it's up and down. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. So I can never bank on, you know, saying that YouTube is something that I could live off of for the rest of my life, because you don't know. It's one of those things that it's still so fresh and so new. It's so fresh and so clean. You know, you just don't know what you're going to be able to expect. It's always going to be ever changing. So I need to be ready for any situations. The Army has been gracious enough. I've got a Montgomery GI Bill that I'm going to be able to use so I can go to school full time for free, which is great. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that I want to get into and expand my life, expand my family's life, so that we are set for the future. And all that, of course, is thanks to you guys. Patreon is so good. I mean, gosh, the things that they have allowed me to be able to purchase, just the fact that, you know, having the rig that I have, the PC that I have, the internet, ridiculous amount of costs just to be able to upload these huge files that is required when you play games in 1440 or 4K, or you want to make sure that you separate yourself from others and have high quality content. You know, that costs money. That's the way of the world. But thanks to the patrons out there that are, I plan on having some huge changes and actually really diving into that more than I have been. Shame on me. Shame on me for not being 100% involved in there as much as I know I should have. And that's why as soon as we go full time, there's going to be a lot more. We're already coming up with ideas and stuff to make being a Patreon something very special for those out there that give back, for the content that you guys see. It means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you to those out there. And for those of you that don't get a chance, to be a Patreon, that's fine. I understand the way the world works. Everyone, you have to take care of yourself. That is always the #1 priority in your life, is make sure that you are taken care of so that you can help others. Okay? You can't help others if you can't even take care of yourself. So remember that. It's a good life lesson is, you know what they say when you fly an airplane, make sure you put your mask over anyone else's, but make sure you put your mask on first. Obviously, you can't help others if you can't help yourself. So I completely understand that. That's why I always ask, if you like a video, make sure you leave a like, comment on the videos, because, comments obviously allow me to get to know you better, allows the community to get to know you better, and allows us to become closer and more, a bigger and stronger community, right? So when these trolls or these other people come around that try to separate, that community, we can stand strong, and that is what makes us really cool. Yeah, so I know a lot of people have been complaining about live streams and about mods and how they've been, timing people out and maybe banning a few people and stuff like that. But there's something I want you to remember. I trust the mods that I have chosen. Why? For one, I talk to them on a daily basis, like constantly on Discord. I mean, I'm on there all the time, and we're discussing things. We're trying to make everything better. My main focus is that when I am live streaming and there are mods in there and you are in there, that someone out there that just wants to watch and maybe comment can feel like it's free to do so. They don't have to feel like, well, I don't want to talk because there's other people out there yelling and screaming or cussing and cursing and all that kind of stuff. It's a free country. Obviously, you can do that. But when we're trying to play a game and we're trying to relax and have fun and get to know each other, I like to keep it clean. I do say peace out, bitches, at the end of my every video, and that is something I've wanted to explain maybe for a lot of people. Why do I do that? I've done that ever since I started this channel, and it's not been any derogative statement to you guys. I don't consider you all my bitches or anything like that. I even tried to get rid of it because a lot of people said out there that they don't like that at the end of it, and I completely understand. But then so many more said you got to keep that. That's your catchphrase. It's not about me calling you bitches. It's about it's like my family. I know it's so hard to explain, but it's like there's no way that I could say it where it makes it sound like I'm not calling you my bitches, but that is not the intent. So you can't look at it at a straight ahead angle. You got to look at it from something else. Look at it from more spiritual, more. That's what I mean by it. I'm not using this as a reference to call you or demean you or to say you're lower than anything. I'm just using that as it's kind of it's something I've done since 2010. So to take it away, it's like a part of this channel now. But it just means that it's pretty much saying peace out, my friends. But it was just something that I came up with one day, and it kind of stuck. And it's more than just a catchphrase now. It's like a part of this channel. So I don't want for the people out there that are new that hear that to think something wrong or negative. It's not meant in that kind of way whatsoever. Wow, this is kind of went on for a long time. I didn't expect to do this long of a rant that you're just like kind of staring at a screen for this long. I do apologize for that. I'm not really good with face cam. I will be doing more face cam in the future. Definitely not on walkthroughs, but on let's plays and stuff like that when we're just live streaming games that you guys choose for us to play on a night or something like that. More face cam is coming up in the future, but yes. So the channel's growing. I'm getting more sponsorship deals, which has always been iffy for me just because of the fact that I know when I first started and I saw a lot of people out there just like totally selling out Now that I've gotten a little bigger, I mean, I'm still such a small channel in this huge YouTube pie, but I understand more about what advertisements do, and I promise to you guys that the only type of advertisements I will ever have on the channel in that kind of way, or sponsorships, is something that I 100% totally agree on. Something that I enjoy, and I will always be honest with you about a product or about something, you know, like when I did my Toby IX video, where Toby actually sent me a Toby IX for free to test out, to put videos out and stuff like that. They never told me don't say anything negative. They never told me don't do this, don't do that. They just wanted it's advertisement. They wanted their product out there. They weren't telling me, hey, you have to say this or we won't, you know, whatever. And I will be completely 100% honest with you guys. They offered me, first of all, a percentage for everyone that buys a Toby IX from that video. And it's like a small percentage. And they also offered me like $200 per video, right? I didn't take it. So, bam. Like, I didn't want to take $200 per video just to say something about, you know, a product. If I'm going to put a product on my channel, it's going to be mainly because of the fact that I actually enjoy this, and I think other gamers would enjoy too. Now, for me, because I only see out of one eye, the Toby eye experience has been probably not as good for me as it would be for someone like you that can see out of both of your eyes or whatever, or maybe you can. I don't know. But it's still an enjoyable experience. I've played it now with a few different games, and it's fun, all right? It's just, it doesn't work 100% all the time for me, but again, that is just because my right eye moves around so much. Like, it never stays still. I don't know if you've ever seen a video of me, but focus on my right eye, which will be on your left side, I guess. Focus on that right eye, and you'll notice that it will constantly move back and forth. And so obviously when you're playing something like a Toby IX, that can cause problems, because if your eye is constantly moving, well, then the screen's going to move constantly. So, you know, I couldn't get it. It took me a little bit longer to get it working perfectly for me, but I did finally figure out how to do it, and you saw the video. So, you know, we all have some type of limitations, okay? And you have to be able to adapt and overcome those. You feel better about yourself. I know I'm not the best at first-person shooter games, but that doesn't mean I don't love them. It doesn't mean I don't have fun when I play them. It just means that it gets a little frustrating knowing that I have my own weakness, but knowing that I can adapt and overcome, and when I get that match where I'm like on the top of the leaderboard, or I finish good, or I felt like I was a good part of the team, that's such a strong feeling of accomplishment when you have a limitation like that, to know that you can bring yourself above it, you know, and do something with it. So I always find that very, very rewarding for me when I'm playing those type of games. But yeah, so I know I rambled on a lot, but you know, a lot is going on right now in the life of CenterStrain01. And for those of you that don't know my name, hi, I'm Chris. You can call me Chris anytime you want. You don't have to call me CenterStrain. My name is Chris, and I would love to know your name as well. You guys are so important to everything I do. I mean, I've sat here and worked. I've done YouTube now yes. I've had a partnership since like 2012, so that's when I'd say I've done it full time since 2012. But you know, this has been a full-time job for me ever since I started, because everyone knows that when you post videos, it takes hours to record those videos, hours to edit those videos, and hours to upload the videos, added on to what you just see. So like, if you see me put out a video like episode 18 of Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which was 21 minutes and 52 seconds. So I went through that mission, 21 minutes and 52 seconds. Well, then I got to go in and edit. Then I got to go in and, you know, upload. It's every video, think of it as like a 21-minute video is an hour project, or, you know, if you think about it that way. So just imagine, you know, with the amount of videos that I actually have on the channel, over 4,000. I mean, that's a lot of time. That's a full-time thing when you also have a full-time job. So I'm very, very excited to know that finally I can make YouTube on my own time, as opposed to just trying to find a time in the middle of the night. I'm recording this video at 12. It's now 1 o'clock. It's 12:55 a.m. So it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up early in the morning for the Army. That's how it is. We wake up early every single morning. So here I am recording this for you guys because I need to get it out there because I'm going to be leaving Thursday night. And I had to find the time, obviously, to do this. So much going on. But I do it for all of you out there, and I don't regret any of it. I don't regret any decisions that I've made on the channel. I am who I am. I don't regret the decisions that I've made. I just wish I could overcome them. So I'm glad that I made the mistakes that I've made, but at the same time, I'm glad I made them because of the fact that you learn from your mistakes. It's always said that to be a good leader, you have to know what it is to be a follower. You have to know what it is to fail. Okay, you can't be a positive role model or a good leader in anything you do if you don't know the aspect of failing, if you don't know the aspect of getting something wrong. Because once you get something wrong and you learn from it. You get in relationships. Okay, those relationships don't go good. You learn from the mistakes you made during your relationship so that you can apply them to your next relationship, or so you can apply your leadership skills to the next. You got to keep moving forward. Okay. There's either you lead from the front or you lead from the rear. I want to be I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be someone up front telling someone what to do. I want to be someone that is in the trenches with you, like motivating you, being there for you, doing it together. That is the type of leader that I want to be. Okay. So in order for me to do that, I want you guys to be right up there with me when it comes to this channel. All the decisions that are made on this channel, I want to include you guys because you are very important in my life now. And I know a lot of you out there, I have no idea who you are. I don't know your name. I don't know what you're about, but I want to. I want you to comment more. I want to get to know you. I want to bring more people in to this crazy community that we have, where it's full of awesome people who love video games, movies, TVs, music, just anything that you could think of. I want to bring you guys closer. So I'm sorry for dragging this video out so long. Hopefully everyone is going to have a great Labor Day weekend. Like I said, I will keep you guys updated on Twitter what's going on while I'm looking at houses. I might show you some pictures, get your ideas on what you guys like. Obviously, I'll do the same thing on Discord as well. I need to get back into Facebook too. That's another medium that I got to get back in. Thank God for the mods that I have, and they've really helped me to stay focused, because when you have ADD, like I said, your mind is always everywhere. So it's good that I've got those mods that help me to stay focused on the tasks that we've got to deal with at the current time. So thank you to all of them out there. I mean, thank you to Sarah so much for she's been a big help on this channel over the past few months, and we're growing in such a positive way because of her. So thank you for that. I mean, anytime you see Sarah in a live stream, please give her the biggest love that you can, because she does a lot of behind the scenes stuff that just unfortunately doesn't go noticed, and I want to make sure that she gets that credit for it, because she's amazing. Thank you to all those who have donated in the past. Green Team, Captain, man, you've donated so much, and you have your own life and your own family, a new baby, and everything. I mean, you're an amazing person. Thank you for all that. There's so many people out there, all the mods, Headex, Mr. McDreamy, Kimmy, which Kimmy, I tell you, man, you better watch out on those chats, man. You don't be cussing on live streams, because Kimmy, she's got that band hammer and she's ready to go. But yeah, she's great. And Lois out there, I mean, I don't want to miss anybody. Cavett, who runs pretty much Cavett and Shadow, they run the Discord, and they're such awesome guys from India who are great, huge fans, and also they've become my friends now. So all of you guys are my friends. I don't care who you are out there, what your walk of life, race, religion, whatever it is. Together we are Diamond Dogs. All right, and I mean that in the most positive way possible. Thank you to everyone out there for everything. Thank you to the mods. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, I am off now, going to go to bed, get some shut-eye, wake up in the morning, work, and then drive to Atlanta, which is going to take a long time. But hopefully you all enjoy the content. I'm probably not going to have that many videos. You might see trailers, and that's, of course, thanks to Sarah. She's been putting all that stuff out. Again, this is a gaming channel. You don't have to watch the trailers if you don't want to, but I want to make sure that you guys get information on video games that are coming out in the future so you can make that proper decision whether you want to spend your hard-earned money. That has always been one of the goals of this channel. So I know a lot of people out there don't like trailers and stuff like that, but it does give the it does give everyone a chance to see games that maybe they just would never have knew were coming out, or maybe they didn't know this DLC was coming out, or whatever it may be. I just want to provide that content for all of you. So again, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for rambling on so long. I love you. You guys are awesome. And of course, I will end with my famous saying, peace out, bitches. No bitches were harmed during the making of this film.